Hey guys, in this month's Historical Fiction 101, in honor of Halloween, I'm going to be talking about Dracula Retellings. So I decided to change things up a bit for this month. I decided to do something different and do Dracula retellings, since there's a lot of historical fiction that loves to use Dracula and retell the Dracula story by Bram Stoker. So I have a list of 8 books that I would like to recommend for you guys if you happen to like Dracula or just retellings of Dracula. The first book I have is The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. This is not a straight out Dracula retelling. Dracula just features in this book. It's mostly about this man who is trying to uncover the disappearance of his wife, and his daughter tags along with him to search for her mother. So yeah, it's basically a father-daughter sort of book, and then Dracula kind of pops up in there. And it's more like a mystery thriller sort of thing. And the way Dracula does figure into this book, it's put more in a historical context in regards to like Vlad the Impaler. So this book, some of it takes place in the 1930s, some of it takes place in the 1950s, and then a little bit of it I think takes place in like the 1970s. So yeah, it kind of spans quite a few decades over the course of the novel. Next, I have Dracula My Lava by Stacie James, and this is a retelling of Bram Stoker's Dracula, told entirely from the point of view of Mina Harker. And in this, if you cannot tell by the title, Mina Harker, she has a romantic fling with Dracula. I loved this book. I just thought it was really unique. I really liked how Stacie James, she really flipped everything you thought you knew about Bram Stoker's Dracula. She does everything in such a flawless manner and really makes you think. I read this book and I wanted to reread Stoker's Dracula because I felt like Stacie James did such a good job of really filling in gaps and just flipping things on its head. Next, I have Renfield by Barbara Hambly. And this is told from Renfield's point of view, obviously, if you cannot guess from the title. And what's going on in this book, it focuses on Renfield's time at Rushbrook Asylum and then how he gets in Dracula's employ. And then we have Dracula in Love by Karen Essex. And this is pretty much the same thing as Dracula My Love. Once again, told from Mina Harker's perspective, and I'm guessing from the title, another romance with Dracula. I haven't picked this one up yet. I kind of want to read this one just to compare it to Dracula My Love, if it is exactly the same sort of thing, or if Karen Essex does something a little different. And then we have Dracula the Undead by Ian Holt. And the synopsis for this one, it says that it takes place 25 years after the events of Stoker's Dracula, and it follows Mina and Jonathan's son Quincy. And that sounds really cool. Quincy, you know, he's just a baby, literally, right there at the end of Stoker's book. So yeah, I think that would be kind of cool to see an adult Quincy and, you know, the legacy of Dracula and whatnot. And then we have Covenant with the Vampire by Jean Calogridis. And the synopsis for this one, it says that it's a prequel to Stoker's Dracula, and it follows Dracula's great nephew or something. And this nephew is managing Dracula's estate. I'd kind of like to pick up this book. The only other Jean Calogridis novel I've read is The Scarlet Contessa, and that was about Caterina Sforza from Renaissance Italy and whatnot. So I really love The Scarlet Contessa, so I probably would really like this book too. And then I have Encarnacion by Emma Cornwall. And this book is a fantasy book, and it takes place in Victorian London with a steampunk edge, and follows Lucy Weston, who in Dracula is Lucy Westernra, I believe is how her last name is pronounced. So yeah, her name is slightly different in this steampunk version, but still I think it's supposed to be the same character, and this book follows her life as a vampire. And then the last book I have to recommend for you guys is Vlad, The Last Confession by C.C. Humphreys. And this is told from the point of view of a woman, my understanding of the synopsis, a woman who was in love with Vlad the Impaler. So this is taken more of a historical context, weaving in the whole Dracula mythology and how Vlad the Impaler becomes Dracula. So that's it for my Dracula retelling recommendations. Do you guys want to read any of these? Have you read any of these? And are there any more Dracula retellings or books that feature Dracula that you guys would like to recommend for me? So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this month's Historical Fiction 101 video, you may like these other Historical Fiction 101 videos. Bye guys.